All right, boys. So this is our 5th version of Pupa Zoo. The sideboard is more or less the same from the last versions, so I'll just sort of show that on stream. We are trying out Soulless Jowler this time around because I'm seeing a lot of people jamming that lately just because it's so easy to cast and it blocks quite well. Notably, we also have a Dismember. If we side that in, we have to side out Giganta as our companion, but everything else was pretty straightforward compared to our last list. But in terms of the main board, we do have a few different inclusions. I'm still trying out the Guide Pride package, but yeah, we're on version 5, Braven. But we might end up cutting this for some more aggressive 1-drops like Cecil, and then maybe adding back in the burn. I took out Chain Lightning and Boros Charm from our last build. We're still rocking a few Atarkus commands, but the most notable addition here is Breakout, which is a 2-mana sorcery. You look at the top 6. You can reveal a creature. If it has mana value 2 or less, you get to jam it on the field, and it gains haste. And if it's not 2 or less, you just get to put it in your hand. So it can draw us a 3-drop, or it can put something like any of these lower to the ground creatures into play. I think the most notable one here is going to be Kinscare Sentry, because if we can curve like turn 1 Cecil, turn 2 Sentry off of a Breakout, that lets us swing for 2 immediately and put any other 2 or 1-drop into play tapped and attacking. The rest of the deck is the same, so we're still playing Guide. We're trying out Cecil Dark Knight, which is another new addition. It evolves Pupa, which again, Pupa is a 1-mana with Evolve, and then if another creature enters that has Flying, First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, or Vigilance, Pupa also gains that ability. Notably, Cecil evolves it at any point up to turn 3. So if you go Pupa into Cecil on 2, it becomes a 2/2, and then if you play Cecil on 3, it becomes a 3/3, because it has 3 toughness. So our mana base between Starting Town and Mana Confluence is kind of painful, so I'm wondering if we can flip this consistently, because then we also have the balance of also playing Guide, Pride, Kinscare Sentry, plus Priest of Possibility hitting some other stuff. So I don't know how often this will be a 4/4, but giving Pupa Death Touch, evolving it, and just having a 2/3 as a 1-drop seems fine. These are the same. We're still playing Sentry. First Strike, Lifelink gives those abilities to Pupa, and then put something tapped and attacking whenever you swing with that amount of creatures. So if you swing with 2, you can put a 2-drop into play. Swing with 3, put a 3-drop into play. Priest is still here. Snags abilities from the top 7 cards, looks at all those creatures, and then it gets those abilities. Notably that this triggers before Pupa goes off, so that if you hit like 5 abilities off of Priest, Pupa also gets those 5 abilities. And then we're still playing Thunderkite, which can give everything Menace, Lifelink, or Haste. I think Menace is pretty good to close out games. And then, again, same sort of idea. If this comes in, I mean, you'll already have Pupa on the field to give the abilities to, but it also perpetually gains that kind of thing. Mantis Rider's here because it's Mantis Rider. Tartarus Command has some burn and some closeout. And then we're trying out Hazaret and Ronus. Ronus, I think giving Indestructible, like these are good hits off Priest, which can then give it to Pupa, but it also just gives us something to do with our mana. And Hazaret, even though it can't attack or block unless you have max speed, you can still swing with it if you put it into play off a Kinscare. So we'll see how that goes. I also like that it helps make sure our other stuff can't be blocked. And then mana base is kind of similar, a little tricky. We are Naya with a splash of like black, blue. We need red and green and whatnot, but also white on turn 2. So that might feel a little clunky, but we'll get into some games and see how we... I got Roost Gordon. This hand's pretty sweet. This lady calls me, and she's like, we have this opportunity, blah, blah, for like a clean room technician. Starting pay was like this and this. I'm like, that sounds fucking sick. Hell yeah. But I missed your call because I was at work. And then I call her back not even 15 minutes later. Doesn't answer. Called her back later that afternoon. Doesn't answer. She calls me again. I missed that one. And then I call her back and doesn't answer. So I was like, literally, fuck me. I just want a job. Ooh, opponent. Chat, I'm not in ranked, am I? Well, shit. I hit the wrong button. Okay. We'll still count this one, but I'm not I'm not in ranked. I was getting all flustered, boys. Does this have lifelink? No. But at least it's not a recruiter, am I right? Yeah, she actually works for the company, and it's like a big pharmaceutical company, so I was like, hell yeah. What's our opponent doing? I didn't actually look. Just playing some fun green-black graveyard stuff? I'm here for it. They get to mill a shit ton. Look at this, chat. This is crazy. Yeah, so I guess Cecil's kind of a nombo, but... Is it worth me just playing double Cecil to give something... a Guide of Souls buff? I don't think so. Not yet. It might have been. I don't know. Yeah, I did. I left a message twice. I was just annoyed. Maybe it's her 2 days off. Chat, you think they'll ever give us Goblin Guide? Ooh, Professor Delian Fell is pretty good. Priest does have Indestructible. Okay, he's just going for life gain. So can I kill him? Oh, well now we can kill him, right? Alright. Chat, is our opponent playing Alchemy? They're on like green-black life gain graveyard stuff. So is this... Oh, can't enter. So this is still relevant. Chat, I haven't really played Soulless Jailer. Don't necessarily think we need Hazaronis here. We could probably drop a Sentry and a Cecil. Maybe drop a Breakout and like a Thunder Kite. I don't know if we actually need all the Soulless Jailers either. It's kind of a Garbo card. They won't. Dude, they were always... The first, like, recruiters I talked to, I got 10 calls in one day from 4 different recruiters for the same job. I was out of my mind. I was like, I'm at work. I can't answer right now. And I picked up one. I was like, hi, can I give you a call back tomorrow? And then 3 other people called me. I was like, leave me alone. This is kind of an awkward start. But I'm going to throw the priest down anyways. Maybe we'll get hastes. Wow. Whiffed. That sucks. Chat, we whiffed. We whiffed on priest. Ouch. I do think this card's pretty good, chat. I know we don't have Flare of Cultivation, but this card's kind of hot. Okay, I'll take second priest. Give me something good. Give me flying, haste. Sure, I'll take that. We might get Delian here. This is where like our reflecting pool mana base kind of fucks us. Steaming Silvertongue. This guy's like playing all the fun stuff. Green black. Graveyard. Pestmat. Okay, there's our starting town. That does let us break out. I could also just go Pupa into Guide and hope we hit something good next turn. I think I'd rather get the life gain here. Should I give... Yeah, let's swing with the other guy. Chat, I just killed another fungus net. One of my plants has fungus gnats. Anyways, what else is going on? What are you guys doing? Each player sacks a creature. Okay. I guess I'll sack this priest. I do enjoy what our opponent's doing. There's some interesting stuff happening, but I'm upset that I queued into the play queue, chat. I didn't mean to do that. All right. What if we hit something nutty off of this, chat? What do you think? Let's find like a... Oh, these are all fun. Oh! I guess we could play Sentry, but we'll just play the Pride. Because it has haste. And then it also gives our Pupas whatever. So we'll swing here, here, and here. You think our opponent plays board wipes? Probably. Gains 2 life. We go up to 41. Where's the damnation, chat? Where's the toxic deluge? There she is. I was waiting for it. Dyson Sphere program. I've heard of that. I don't know what it is, but I've heard of it. Chat, I got board wiped. And I kind of knew it was coming, but I didn't want it to happen. But it happened anyways. And now we're gonna get eaten alive by this Floral Invocations. We do find our other land. Let's snipe this and spin him into something else. That's fine. We can play Giganta, but we're out of gas a little bit. Maybe we do want Esper Sentinel over Cecil. But Cecil gives Death Touch, and it's also just a 2/3. Alright, so our opponent's just playing Alchemy deck, which is pretty hot. Don't know how good Soulless Jailer is here, but we'll do our best. He does have Teacher's Pest. Oh. I don't think our opponent doing crazy stuff here. Did he gain life this turn? Yeah. Sentry's pretty good. We'll just play our Giganta. Oh, this is just permanently, huh? I didn't realize that. This card's really good. We haven't played it yet. Factory Builder, you build crap and watch things get built. I used to play a lot of Factorio in my day. Chat, we're getting beaten down. Am I dumb, chat? Permanent cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield? Isn't he casting? You may play lands and cast creature spells from your graveyard? Oh, just he's casting them? Am I stupid? Is he casting these? I didn't see if he casted these from his hand or not. Yeah, I will say they're a little annoying. Chat, am I dumb? He just cast that from his graveyard. Does Soulless Jailer not work with him casting from his graveyard? Permanent cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. Can't cast non-creature spells. Does that just mean, like, if he reanimates something, it doesn't work? But if he casts it, it goes onto the stack? I don't know. Chat, we'll concede. Or am I dumb? I might just be dumb. Contaminant Priest is kind of interesting, too. I think I'm just dumb, chat. I think I'm just a big, stupid idiot. Which we all know. You all know and love me. Bum, bum, bum. But are we actually excited for Marvel? No, we're not, right? I don't think I'm very excited for Marvel. There's just so much. There's just so much, chat. All the time. Let's see if we can meet. Well, he's playing what? Withering Curse? So we can't commit too much. Maybe we should have kept the Ronus and stuff in to try and give our shit indestructible, huh? Kinstare Sentry's pretty good. Let's fire up a Priest and see if we can get like Flying and Lifelink or something. We get Flying, Haste, and Vigilance. We're down to 14. Can we could flip Cecil next turn? If we end of turn ping ourselves with Confluence and then cast something, swing with these two. Witherboom Charm, sack a permanent. Is he gonna sack? Okay. That opens us up for quite a bit. He didn't find his other land though. So I think we're not gonna really commit more to the board. I'm just gonna draw some more gas and we're just gonna keep swinging. Because this will at least give us token. A Tarkus command or something off the top would be nice, but if we get withered, that kind of sucks. But at least we have Sentry plus Pride. Okay, that's fine. Breakout. I still don't think I care. We'll hold on to that too. Interesting that he didn't block with Scholar. Studious first year. That should be GG's, right? I think now we fire off a breakout. Ooh, with a fragment especially. What do we spin into? Nice. This is an interesting hand. Again, kind of messed up by the Reflecting Pool mana base, but we do have Guide into double Pride. We'll see if we can do anything with that. This might just be the Trudge deck. Or Belcher. Seems like Trudge. Haven't seen red-green Trudge. That's interesting. If it is. Could also just be red-green Eldrazi or something. But the Trudge deck is good. We've had success with all our lists. Eltheriax. No, I haven't seen I haven't seen a red-green version. Altheriax is playing a Devotion, and then we played a Simic version and a Celestia version. They can draw whatever that is. I don't want to be deaded. We're just gonna keep playing a lot of Ocelot Prides, chat. Oh, you got a trudge list for me? Ooh, who is this from? 26 days ago. Okay, there's the fight reading. Let's see if he has Slumbering Trudge. Probably does. Okay. Interesting. We'll definitely bring in Jailer. We'll definitely bring in the Fragments. Don't necessarily think Dismember's that crazy. Containment Priest is kind of relevant. I do like Minston Boo, except it's nerfed in Historic. He is playing Palantir, so he's kind of... This guy's playing a weird version. Maybe we drop the Ronus. We want to stay real aggressive. So maybe we drop the Atarkus Demands too. Take out that. I want to keep in one of those. Take out like a Priest. Take out a Cecil. It's mostly... Oh, you've been playing this version? I like that you can use... Oh, but there's no fight rating in this shell. It's just red-green... Whatchamacallit? Trudge. It's still pretty good, though. I mean... Especially with Fnatic being able to cast Ouroboros and stuff on turn 3. You can still cast it off of Hierarch on turn 3, plus Badger Mole. Have you liked Springheart and Tuco? Copying Goyf is pretty sweet. You have a Sirach in the sideboard? Interesting. Super Pupa. Chat, we're calling it Super Pupa from here on out. Super Pupa Zoo. Oh, but speaking of which, what was the last game you were like excited for? I remember I was real hyped for Atomic Heart. If you remember, if you know what that is. Kind of like a BioShock-esque like FPS, exploring like an abandoned... Oh, okay, opponent conceded. I'm sorry, I'm playing the game. Hello. This hand's kind of slow, but we'll try it out since we have Breakout into Mantis Rider, but no 1-drop's a little tough. I just killed another fly. Chat, my house is full of flies. I haven't played Distro, but I've watched a bunch. Aw, shit, chat. They're stealing my stuff. What did he take? Oh, he took my Breakout. That's okay. Actually, it might be better off just burning and dropping in extra lands. Ooh, a little Jun Goyfs. This is probably a bad matchup for us, I would assume, right? Because they're just eating our creatures. Helldivers 2. Okay. I didn't play that either. But I remember it was pretty hype. I've heard there's a new I really like the BioShock games. I heard there's a new BioShock in development. Something about like a cave city? I don't remember. You know what games I really enjoyed? Were the Darksiders franchise. We're gonna get like we're gonna get like Baragoyfed, and then our Mantis Rider is gonna die, and then we're gonna cry. This is a bad matchup for us, I think, chat. Which I guess we could lean more into hexproof stuff, but there's just not a lot of good hexproof creatures that are 3 mana or less that aren't just like pretty generic. So he hits us for 6. Takes us to 8. What are the chances I get a decent hit off this breakout? Not great, but we're gonna try. We can give everything lifelink. Or we could just Ocelot Pride. I think we're gonna Mardu and grab that, and then we're just gonna play this. That might have been a mistake. We're probably just better off playing Cat there, right? It didn't even matter. He had enough to kill us anyways. Wish you were a fan of shooters. Let's bring in all the fragments. We'll bring in Dismember. I think I'll bring in 1 Cleric. And I think I'll bring in 1 whatever. I think Hazoret and Ronus are still important here. Cecil's not as good as is. I don't think Atarka's Command's that great. Sentry's probably not going to stick around that much. Oh. Sorry, I brought my... Yeah, I play a lot of like CS and stuff, or at least I did. I used to game every day of the week with the boys. You think I can land this Hazoret on turn 2? Or do you think we're gonna get Thoughtseized on 1? Oh, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, let's see if we can Priest and get something good. Put some pressure on. I'll take First Strike and Lifelink. Alright. See what if opponent has Baragoyf here. Or just removal for our hand or creatures. Oh, I saw a real spicy Living End list the other day, but I don't remember what it was. I kind of miss, I don't know. Part of me misses like gaming hard. Like Apex and... Ooh, that's a good pickup too, chat. Let's swing first and see what he does. And then we'll try and play this Ocelot Pride. Might get eaten. Or not, okay. Wait for a board wipe. But now I don't really miss it that much. I'm kind of just doing my thing. There's the Pyrogoyf, which we thought would come in. I assume he hits... Weird. Very weird, chat. Actually, I think I'm gonna hold the Pupa back. It has Indestructible. I mean, I played this much MTG all the time. And even my like, my numbers or whatever from the review thing were not that high. You know, like when you get the email at the end of the season and it's like, you played this many games and you won this much. It wasn't that high. Chat. My Pupa is indestructible. He didn't know about the indestructible Pupa, boys. Doesn't know about the indestructible Pupas. What are we looking for off the top? I'm not really sure. Hellkite's pretty good. Give everything... Menace? Sure. We can at least swing for 4. We might as well give one of these unblockable and swing for 5, right? This Pupa's putting in work. He's about to gain another 4, but I think we might throw the token in front of the Goyf. Yeah. This Pupa's putting in a lot of work here, though. Reflecting pool is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna swing Pupa. We'll gain another big chunk. That lets us start swinging with Hazoret. He might just Janta here. Indeed, he does. We are at max speed. I don't know if he... Yeah, he realizes we can attack and block now. Okay. Nice. Alright, we got some game against them, chat. I kind of want to bring in one more Tarkus command. I think Oh, why did that reset like that? I think Ronus and Hazoret are kind of some key players in this matchup just to give our stuff indestructible. But I do like that both of them can evolve Pupa past 3. We can at least get it to like a 4 or 5. Jesus. I like most of this hand, but not all of it. Sword and Maul. Fucking hell. Okay. Let's try it out. He's gonna Thoughtseize us on 1. Inquisition. Well, we got a lot of removal, which is good. Maybe he's playing Magus to the Moon. You never know. Chat, I just killed another Fungus-Gnat. Baradroiv, hello. Spin it into... Okay, High Arch is probably the best thing I could have asked for there. I assume this might eat a Goyf. Probably gonna eat a Goyf hit. But we'll see. Oh, I just killed another one. Jesus. Oh, chat, I was right. I'm so smart, chat. There's the Pyrogoyf. Chat, can we find our Dismember in time? I'm gonna bet no. I'm glad we brought it in, though. But we need our basic planes or our dismember. Our basic planes or our dismember. Basic. Because then we can dismember Mangus and snipe one of these and play a blocker. But, I don't know if we're going to find it in time. That's just a reflecting pool. He's got us. Dang it, chat. Alright. I like this hand. Thicket. We get Pupa into Priest into an Atarkus command if need be. We might play... We'll see how much time we have, but we might play Aetheriax's Trudge List. Or just brew something else. Fucked. Blooming Marsh into a Fatal Push. Are we just only gonna see... ooh, Breakout's pretty good. Give me... I don't really want any of these. Give me a Priest, I guess. Indestructible, please? Fuck. That's not what I wanted, Jet. Yeah, we're just gonna face so many Jund decks today, huh? I feel like we get into these like waves. The other day, all I faced was Frog. Today we've seen a couple Jund. We saw High Noon a million times when we were playing Converter. No one's really reading all our cards. Takes our Priest. We find our Ronus. I guess we're just gonna take command here. Or Atarkus command. He's gonna what? Barrowglyph? Yarsel! Hello! Just to rebuy Thoughtseize. Interesting take on his part. Take him to 9. We'll draw the Janta. I assume we're gonna see a Goyf here. Okay, that's good for us. He's at 7. A Mantis Rider. I guess Pupa's pretty good too. Our mana's still kind of fucked though, huh? He gets what? Both Goyfs? He has enough to play Pyro off of those. Kill the Pupa. Just to play Rumble. Find himself a Croxa. I guess it really doesn't matter. We could get +1/+1 and trade out the whatever, but our best bet, if he lets our Pupa live, is top deck. I don't even know. A Priest, and then spin into like flying. If we top deck Priest and we find somebody with haste and flying, whatever. But if he just shoots our okay, he decides to shoot our Pupa. We'll just bring the same plan in we had last time. Actually, these Cecils are probably decent. Target's commands aren't really doing anything. Thunder Titan can go down. Guide Pride's probably fine. I keep forgetting to take out Jagantha. Alright. Sure. Handful of cards that do things. I do like hands that do things. Got another Fatal Push, buddy boy? Indeed he does. They always do. I'm gonna give this haste. Four toughness is at least decent too. And if we need to, we can dismember plus breakout next turn. He has Yarsel. He could rebuy a Fatal Push, but that doesn't do a whole lot for him, which is nice. So then let's do this. And then breakout. I'll take a Pupa. That's fine. Makes our Mantis Rider decent next turn. Chat, there's another fly in here. Holy shit. Something in my room definitely has a fungus gnat in it, and I need to burn them alive. High Arch into what? Second Yarsel. Kill my Pupa? Super Pupa? Alright, we were fast enough there, which felt good. I think I just want to keep being real aggressive. Best we can. I hate that it keeps putting Giganta back in the deck every time I sideboard. That's annoying. Oh, fucking got him. Fucking got him, chat. I'm a fungus gnat hunter. This is what? Guide into Sentry, but nothing else to do. If we get another land, we're gonna get punished for keeping this. I'm gonna get punished so bad. Jesus. Chat, there's so many flies. I just fogged my balcony. Opponent, what are we thinking here, bud? What are we thinking about? Okay, we did it. We found it. So these matchups seem to, like, you just need to have a lot of duress. This dude's wild for bringing in duress. Absolutely diabolical. Let's see if he has Yarsel, or he's just gonna snipe our Sentry with something. Okay, he Yarsels. I assume he rebuys the duress and takes our dismember. Killed another one. Chat, I'm so fucking good. Yeah, our mana base is fucky, huh? This is what, the third time I've mentioned it? This at least gains us 2. Okay, chat, so we're losing to our own mana base. A lot. Like, we're just sitting here with 3 cards we can't cast. So do I focus more? Do I drop Reflecting Pool? I don't know. We'll have to re-examine. I thought ooh, did he miss on a Goyf? Yeah, second Goyf. Jesus, chat. Okay, there's a fragment, which is relevant. Spins him into... Okay, Hired's fine. But we're just stuck. Does he have a 3-drop in here? No. So he gets to swing with Goyf again. Let's see if what he hits. If he hits a Pyro Goyf, we're kind of fucked. Yarsol, second Barrow Goyf. I don't know if I can keep up with all these Barrow Goyfs, chat. Jesus. Does he have a Fatal Push to match it? Yeah. Oh, Requiting Hex. Priest is okay, maybe. And if we get Flying and Haste, we get First Strike, Lifelink. It's not enough, chat. We're just dead. Chat! Chat, I forgot to start recording. But that's okay. We're not that far in. We had a mutable Pupa into a Priest, and we hit some nutty stuff. So far, we're doing great. We did add Ancient Ziggurat over some of the fast lands. Ooh. Opponent's on enchantment creatures. I wonder if he's... Huh. Very interesting. Does this do anything? No. Blue-white enchantments. Does that do anything for them, chat? I don't know. I guess we'll just play... Let's just go kind of in on these prides. Start gaining a shit ton of life and make a big board presence. If he board wipes, we have Pupa and stuff. Legion's Landing. Opponent's on some sick stuff. I like the cards. A lot happening there. We're just trying to give everything Menace. Could also give everything Lifelink. I mean, he can still block well, most of everything. But they all have Menace. Okay. Interesting. Opponent's on some fun stuff. I think we want the fragments and maybe just some dismembers. We're just bringing some removal here. Target Man seems somewhat relevant. Not super relevant, though. Let's try something like that. Oh my god. Chat, every time I forget. Every time I forget. So opponent's on, like, enchantment creature tokens. Blue-white enchokens. What's the payoff for that? What do we think? Ooh, what a hand. Gross. Sure. Kind of. This isn't the most incredible hand I've seen. But we can do a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, finding this other land was good. Moth-like Processionist. Interesting. Give me some good stuff. Just lifelink and first strike. Is this Convoke and then you get extra? Interesting. We saw him play the other thing for rooms too, right? The blue-white guy makes rooms cost less. Overlord's pretty good. Oh, okay. Mothlight's pretty cool. I think we'll throw a Mantis Rider down. He has to discard both of those. Or we could play Hellkite, but I think we'll just play Mantis Rider. Swing for 5. A block Priest. Take whatever. During Curiosity, he gets to at least swing. He might swing 3, or he might just convoke something else. Yeah. It's weird that he tapped. Oh, because he didn't have any blue mana. Never mind. A lot of fun stuff here. Let's break out. It'd be nice if we can find like a sentry here. We find a priest. I'll take a priest. That's pretty good. Does this have indestructible? No. Priest. Can at least kill the Glimmer and then turn that off so he doesn't kill us. He still has 2 blockers in the air, and he's got 2 turns on Overlord. Oh, chat, that's pretty cool. Kinda. I like that. That's pretty neat. Isn't he just dead? Why did he attack with his token? I don't know. Interesting shell from opponent. This is a hand that I was worried about where we can't even cast breakouts. But we can guide into Priest into a Hellkite if we find our other land. But now we have 2 dead cards. Which I think are... Jesus, okay. Sure. Fuck me, chat. Why does the world hate me? Is it Jund? Oh my god, chat. What if it's Jund? Photon Blast Barrage. When you cast this spell, copy it X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. Weird. Okay, we find a Reflecting Pool. Which at least means we can cast breakouts. But a Maul to 5 is not fun against the discard deck, huh? Spider Woman. Oh, these are commander cards. Whenever Storm deals damage to the next instant sorcery, it has Storm. Makes sense. Shield Flying Car. When this vehicle enters, exile up to 1 target creature, return that card to battlefield at its end step. Flash Flying. That's pretty good. Alright, chat. You know, I'm all to 5. I'm all to 5. And I hate it. Crew 1. This card's pretty good. Reptile Dinomorpher. Until end of turn, it becomes a dinosaur hero with base power 3/5. Until end of turn, it becomes a 6/6. Gains trample on a 1-drop. It's alright. Sorry, I'm just mentioning spoilers without actually showing them, but that's okay. Alright, at least Pride gets to do something. Other thing, Ancient Zedrot also doesn't pay for Gigantha. How much win rate do you think the average deck loses on a Maul to 5? I would say a lot. I mean, what deck do you know that functions well on 5 cards? Like, maybe Frog? Frog with like 2 lands, Frog, and something else. This is an insect. This is a cat. This is a zookeeper. Do I just want to swing and at least gain life? I guess so. Do I want to do this or no? There's no point. We'll just get the extra life drain off Pride and make it whatever. Yeah, combo decks work. And if you have like, if you get like land, frog, counterspell, force negation, I'm sure you're fine. Are we just gonna see a Yarsel into a push here? Probably. Or a Pyroglyph. Unless he just doesn't want to sack his token. Sacks his token anyways. What was the point of shocking in a Blood Crypt? Does he have another Thought Season or Fatal Push in hand? Of course he does. Of course he does, chat. So he's gonna shoot my Pride. Ouch. He's only at 6. Ouch. Yeah, like today, all we're facing is Jund. Which hurts so much, chat. Not a fan of this Jund. You heard it here. Throw a dino or 2 in this list. Are dinos in Zeus? This isn't Jurassic Park. Did he whiff? No, he found another whiff. We have this is non-humans. This is my zoo has mantises and dragons and gods. I don't know what your zoos have. Probably freaking nerd stuff with elephants and shit. Oh, chat, I saw the Backrooms last night. I don't know if anyone's a fan of that stuff. What do I even need here? I don't even know. A priest? Well, the humans take care of the animals. Oh, chat, look, another Ocelot Pride. Look at, he has already got all these chats. I don't think we're winning this, chat. I can't beat another Goyf. How come we face these Jund matchups and our deck decides to hate us every time? Our deck's just like, oh, you wanted a hand with actual cards in it? Nah. Nah. Fuck you. God damn it. Okay, let's go. I do feel like we might be able to take out Guide of Souls. I mean, obviously, Guide Pride's strong, which we've mentioned quite a bit. Jesus. Chat, can I keep this hand? I'm going to. You can't stop me. If he takes my priest, we play Hazoret on 2 and try and Mantis Rider him. Okay. Give me indestructible. See, that's the kind of hit I like to see. 4 abilities. 5 abilities right off the rip. Maybe we'll guide into Hazoret. Oh shit, chat. He's all you know what? What's up with all these people? And their silly little... Well, let's just play Mantis and swing. And we can guide Hazoret plus Fragment and empty our whole hand. Unless we get Thoughtseize like we always do. Fell the Profane. Shout out to opponent. Does he have another land? I hope he doesn't. Oh, he does. Chat, they always drop the lands. Let's go here into here into a Mana Confluence. And we can at least fragment something. I stream late these days. It's 10:24. We usually start at 8 and go to like 11-ish. Is that not what you want from me, Braven? Do you hate me? Super Pupa. See, now like this hand we have too many lands. I don't know. Every number I've tried feels weird. I mean, we could also play... Ooh, Crucius. I think we gotta get rid of that right away, right? We don't want card selection here. 24-hour stream when? I have no clue. Never. Maybe one day. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna play Pupa for 24 hours? That's a joke. We're not playing Pupa for 24. I think we might be done with Pupa after this one. At least until we get more fun cards. The only other direction, I do like Breakout. The only direction I would take is trying a non-Guide of Souls. I think Pride is good enough. But there's also just like better... I don't know. I did like Boros Charm, Chain Lightning kind of vibes. But we could also just take out... We could like go up to the 4th Cecil and take out Guide and just play 4 Chain Lightnings. Yeah, we're gonna be at version 10 soon. Oh, Bushy was telling me. I forgot. I don't have my things cracking too much. We're gonna make this Guide unblockable, or at least try to, and see if he has a piece of removal for us. Bushy was telling me to check someone out, and I forget who it was. Terry Sang? Terry Sang? Streamer. Praven! I love you. Thank you. Have a good one. We'll see you on Thursday. I sounded real Canadian there, didn't I? See you on Thursday there, bud. Oh, yeah. Have a good one. Don't you know about a boot? What does he play? He plays a lot of Hearthstone. Does he play Magic? Oh, he plays Magic too. Oh, he gets a lot of people, huh? Interesting. Chat, where did our opponent go? We could also... No, it's not that good. We could go back to, like, Ketramos. But we don't exile that much either. Unless we, like, dive into, like, Darkstar Banisher and stuff. Which I don't necessarily think is good enough for the main deck in terms of, like, what we want to do. All right, chat. Our opponent doesn't know Hazard has Indestructible, which is sick. Why does it always put back Giganta if it already knows our deck's invalid? I hate that. Bushcrafty and Demtoes are tied for stream watch streaks. Pretty sick. All right. I mean, we're gonna go through the same thing here, right? We're gonna get Thought Seized and then boned. Do we care? I don't really know what our opponent's doing. We'll try it, but we went up to, I went up to how many lands? 21? Oh no, I'm at 20. And it still feels gross. Okay, this hand got much better with a Cecil. This hand got much better with Cecil. We're just gonna see a rumble here, maybe? Pupa Toolbox. Like I said, there's also, like a... Okay, it was a rumble. We could also play Green Sun Zenith. He finds what? Goif? I think that's fine for us. I think I want to break out, because if we can hit a Sentry, we can put this Pride into play. Or we can just put Pride into play anyways. I apologize that our opponent is... Oh, shit, chat. We're so good at this game. What a strong start. We're probably going to get, like, Toxic Deluged. But it felt really good. And then, if he just, like... blows something up, cool. If he plays a Goif, we can Thunder Kite and try and give everything Menace. And still get a second. Well, yeah, because then we could also put Mantis Rider into play. We didn't do either of these. Hopefully. Both off of the Sentry. And then we did an Ocelot trigger. Okay. Did he mill anything else relevant? Okay, so he just played the Goif, which is great. It'd be cool if he spent something on this with this token. Okay, Fatal pushes the Sentry. Good for us. I mean, not like amazing, but good enough. So in this case, I think we just play Hellkite and give everything lifelink, and then swing with the Cecil so we can still get an Ocelot Pride trigger without having to have him double block the Pride. Because that gets rid of the... Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I thought I would have forced him to block with a token and sack, but weird. If he has a Toxic Deluge, he could have just did it for 4 and then kept the Goyf around. But maybe he's just going for a Pyrogoyf? Kind of seems like it. Or a Yarsel. On what? Fatal Push? Taking the Hellkite. Okay. Interesting, chat. I think we're just gonna play second Pride. We'll hold on to the Rider. Which is sick. We are running out of gas. Okay. Does he have a 3-drop in here? No. This has a 2-drop. Which is fine by me. Dismember. Does he have an instant in here? He does. Do I want to kill a Goyf? He has what? It doesn't really matter, right? Because he has Yarsel, and he doesn't have a 3-drop yet. So I think I just want to play Mantis Rider. Don't necessarily know if I want to sack one of these, but I can start making double tokens. I think I'm just going to swing for 1 for now. And we'll hold on to this until the Yarsel goes up to 4, which then he can grab the Felda Profane, but we get to kill the Goyf without him bringing it back. Or no, it just went up to, yeah, up to 3. I will say these Jund matchups are pretty fun. But we're relatively weak to some hand hate, huh? Cool. At 8. I just didn't want him to get another thing of life gain there. But we do have to find another piece of hate. Second Dismember's pretty good. He's gonna trophy us. That hurts, chat. So now he gets to cast Felda Profane. So much Jund. Crucius, I think, is fine. Actually, we can just hardcast this, right? Yeah. Snipe the Barragoyf again. He He gets to take the Fel, kill a Pride. What are we looking for? He doesn't swing with Goyf or Yarsel. We find a Pupa. Kind of stalled out here, chat. And him with a Crucius makes our lives hard. Chthonian Nightmare. You think that's main deck? I don't think he really needs to be grindier than he already is. I mean, it's real good with Goyfs and stuff, but I feel like most of his creatures he wants to keep around. But I guess he can start looping Pyrogoyfs, which is cool. Well, not even, because you need... It only starts at 3. Makes it 1/1, mills a Goyf. Sacks the token, brings back Barragoyf. Yeah, chat, I don't think we're gonna get back from this one. I have seen some people start playing Professor Delian Fel in their shells, which I like a lot. Does he have a 5-drop? No. He could certainly start swinging. Which he does. Chat, remember when Rakdos was everywhere with Crucius? Before it was nerfed? Discharge the Besiege You. Okay. But we just find a reflecting pool. Jaddy's got us. We just drew a bajillion lands. Yeah, our mana base still feels kind of gross. I think this deck has a lot of good stuff. I really like Breakout. Autarka's Command wasn't as good, and I think if we're not leaning into as much burn, it just won't be as good in general. I almost rather just have Boros Charm. Or even just drop these and go back to the Chain Lightnings in general. But I thought Hazoret was pretty good, and Ronus was decent, and I really like going up to the 4 Thunder Kites and the 4 Riders. I think, I mean, Ocelot Pride is still quite good. Same with, I'm not sold on Guide of Souls yet. Still. I think it's just a strong package and we can afford to play it. And you can still give, like, lifelink first strike to Pupa, so you can, like, turn 1 Pupa, turn 2 Pride, and still get the token, which is nice. I just think I need to switch around, like, these flex spots. I think this core feels good. Mana base, we did end up, if you're watching the end of this, we did end up trying out Ancient Ziggurat, and it felt better. This is still 20 lands, which I think is okay. But we're still having some real awkward stuff. But we're also not playing any form of card draw. I don't know if we want to or not, or what that would look like. Like I said, we could play Esper Sentinel as the 1-drops, but that doesn't really do anything for us. I did like Cecil, just as an aggressive guy that gives Death Touch. However, we're almost never going to flip him if we're spinning into lifelink off of Sentry, Pride, Priest, Guide of Souls, even Thunderkite. It was whatever. So I'm also wondering if we can just find a better... I don't even know what a 1-drop would look like. We already looked through a bunch of 1-drops. I mean, we might be able to get away with just like a generic 2/1. Like Signet. Because, like, there's a chance Priest gets bigger, Thunderkite, like, could play Signet. I don't know if we have enough to actually trigger it, but something more like that, or like Isamaru. But then I don't want to go all in on like the weenie kind of shell. So yeah, those are my thoughts so far. Ruin Lurker's bat's not the worst either. But now I don't want to brew in our closing thoughts segment here. But I think Breakout's worth it. We've tried to build with like Collected Company. I played a build with Green Sun Zenith off stream. But I really enjoy Breakout so far in terms of like adding consistency, especially with his little combo with Sentry, allowing us to like dump a Hazoret into play or something like that. But I think those flex spots still need to be played with, but this core of Rider, Kite, Sentry, Priest, Pride, Guide, Pupa is really strong. It's just kind of what else do you want to go all in on creatures? Do you want to add some burn? Do we need to add some interaction of some sort? And just kind of going from there. The other option is like play a domain mana base somehow, which would probably be insane on 20 lands and no fetches, and then play Tribal Flames. But I think that's a whole different shell. But sideboard-wise, we changed a couple things, but I mean, we brought in Fragments and Dismembers all the time. Soulless Jailer, we didn't really need. We didn't face anything too meta. Well, I guess we faced Jund 3 times, but we didn't face anything crazy like High Noon or Frog today, so nothing happened too much with the sideboard. That's kind of stayed the same. But main deck wise, I'll keep working on it, but we're probably done for Pupa. This is version 5. I'll work on it off stream for now. But I did enjoy it, and I think this core has some more fun stuff to explore, and it feels good to just be jamming Mantis Riders at people. But anywho, that's my 2 cents. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.